This week's letter, R, rhythms of sleep. I know a lot of you have voiced that you're very intrigued by the circadian rhythm, all of the nutrient absorption that happens during sleep, how different cycles of sleep affect both our mental and physical well-being. So alongside adequate body movement and a healthy diet, sleep is truly one of the key pillars of health. So what is the circadian rhythm and how does it relate to sleep? The circadian rhythm is basically the internal perception or clock of the daily cycle of light and dark, so sun and moon, based on eye activity related to sunlight. So although it's much easier said than done, we really should be, and I know you read about this probably all the time, but we really should be more mindful of keeping a consistent and adequate daily slumber routine to ensure that we get that quality sleep. So I feel like quality of our sleep can be measured in two different ways, using two different parameters. First way, the physical and mental restoration that takes place during sleep. Second way, the types and the cadence of brain waves that take place during our sleep cycles. Hence, the letter R, rhythms of sleep. So the restorative components, based off of studies that have been done about sleep deprivation, have revealed that during sleep, recovery at a cellular level and hormone system level actually occurs when you sleep. When your body is at rest, it has that time and energy to be able to kind of reset. Also, something that occurs is energy conservation and the ability to adapt to surrounding environments better. The third, what I find most interesting, is an increase in neuroplasticity. Plasticity just simply meaning your brain's ability to constantly shift, grow, learn new things, recognize behaviors and thoughts, and merge experiences with present day experiences. Okay, also vital, some studies have indicated that changes in mood may actually be in part due to the effects of sleep deprivation. So that is really a part of emotional memory. So the second and the third thing that we discussed just in the last videos. So in other words, it's our tendency to select which memories we choose to file away and which we choose to kind of rid our minds of. So whether or not we remember positive or negative memories or experiences is actually tied to sleep deprivation. Little spoiler alert. The less sleep you get, the more apt you are to remember negative experiences. Who the heck wants to do that? So there are 5 different types of brain waves, which basically sound like the sororities or fraternities that you heard about in college. There's gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So of the 5, gamma and beta are actually only at play when we are awake, so they really resemble full alertness. However, the others, alpha, theta, and delta, kind of bounce back and forth and are really at play in our sleep cycles. Each sleep cycle is about 90 minutes, so those 3 kind of alternate every 90 minutes, and the depth at which each of them are most dominant really alters depending on, again, going back to the quality of our sleep. So this is taken straight from my email newsletter, but you can see stage 1 of sleep, which is non-REM, are alpha and theta waves. Stage 2, non-REM also, it's theta waves and sleep spindles. Sleep spindles are really just that basically work to blend memories and also cement learning, aka what you're doing right now. Okay, stages 3 and 4 of sleep are also non-REM, but then we start to shift to delta waves. Stage 5 of sleep is REM, which brainwaves are associated in REM. The brain waves that are displayed actually resemble and mirror those brain waves that are present in people that are fully alert and awake, which is the wildest thing ever. Real quick, you're probably like, Katie, what the heck is REM sleep? REM, R.E.M, stands for rapid eye movement. So during REM sleep, it actually takes place during the 5th and final stage when those delta waves are present. And it's wild because this is when most dreaming occurs, but it's called rapid eye movement because your eyes are constantly darting back and forth. But despite the fact that your eyes are constantly moving, all of the other muscles in your body are actually in complete paralysis. it is important to note that vital organs like your heart and your diaphragm, which is right inside your lungs in charge of breathing, those are always at play so that you can continue living. But every other muscle is completely paralyzed during REM sleep. So the alpha, theta, and delta waves are, again, at play, constantly cycling in that 90-minute sleep cycle. However, the gamma and the beta waves are the ones that are present when we are fully alert and awake. I do want to distinguish real quick between the two. So gamma is usually very frequent and dominant in high concentration, so when you're in like flow state. Beta is often highly dominant when you have anxiety or... Sorry, I was getting sick of that scrunchie in my hair. But another thing I want to note, there are two very key hormones that are at play, as we mentioned in the restorative part 1, how to measure quality of sleep. So it was at a cellular network level and also at a hormonal reset level. Two hormones that I want to call out are ghrelin, which is our hunger hormone, and peptide double Y, which is our satiety hormone. Satiety just basically means your feeling of fullness. So studies have shown that when people or patients have inadequate amounts of sleep, their satiety hormone or feeling of fullness is actually lowered, and their ghrelin or hunger hormone actually increases. So lack of sleep can actually decrease your ability to read whether or not you're full, and it can actually increase your feelings of hunger, despite whether or not your gut is actually telling your brain it's hungry.